In this What's in the Box video, we're going to be discussing my complete in-box copy of The Seventh Guest, which is an interactive movie puzzle adventure game that was produced by Trilobyte and originally released by Virgin Interactive Entertainment back in April of 1993. It's one of the first computer video games to be released only on CD-ROM. Before we get into what's in this box, let's watch the official game trailer.
6 guests were invited one night. Their screams, the only noise. Blood inside the library, blood right up the hall, dripping down the attic stairs. Hey, guests, try not to fall. Nobody came out that night. Not one was ever seen.
When all the 7 guests have gathered, you must figure out what I want. It's a puzzle, and mind you, the others are also working at the same task. It may all depend on who has the greatest need, or who is the bravest. There are clues throughout this house as to what must be done. The house is alive with clues, hoping to meet you in the flesh. I remain your host.
But old Mad Stout is waiting there. Crazy, sick, and mean! I don't think you can do this.
Man, watching that trailer after all these years still gives me the heebie-jeebies. But hey, The Seventh Guest, it is a horror story puzzle game, so what do you expect? Now, a little history on Trilobyte. Trilobyte was founded in December 1990 in Medford, Oregon by Graeme, Devine, and Rob Landeros. Together they designed the original concept for The Seventh Guest back in 1992. Graeme was the lead programmer on the game, and on its sequel, The 11th Hour. The Seventh Guest sold 2 million copies and is credited, along with the game Myst, with encouraging the use of CD-ROM drives for games back in the day. Little fun fact, The Seventh Guest is the reason why I bought a CD-ROM drive and got a sound card for my computer. It was a combo pack where I got the 1X CD-ROM drive that used a Caddy and the Sound Blaster sound card, and if I remember right, it was 150 KB per second transfer rate on that CD-ROM drive. It was super slow by today's standards. Even back then it was kind of slow, but it was much faster than floppy disks. And remember, this is, the early 90s. Floppy disks were all the rage. So yeah, I got the CD-ROM drive, the sound card, and I bought The Seventh Guest. And this is my original copy that I bought back then. And this is really cool. With my copy that I have here, it includes the Making of the Seventh Guest, a special edition video VHS tape. And I've got that video on my channel. I'll put a link in the description, but I believe it's been on my channel now about a year or so that I digitized it. So you'll want to check that out, which is really cool to give you a little insight on how the game was made. I am now in handheld mode, so I can get up close and personal with the box for you. And before I do that, one more fun fact. The house used for inspiration to create Henry Stoff's mansion is actually a legit real house, right here. It is the Nunan estate, which is located in Jacksonville, Oregon. So if you ever get a chance to go to Oregon, specifically Southern Oregon, you can go and see Stoff's mansion. Spoiler, it's not on a cliff, but the house is exactly like you see here in the game, which is pretty cool. Not sure about the inside, but the outside for sure. So alright, let's look close at the box. Got a sticker here. A warning, this product contains scenes of graphic violence and pure evil, which may offend some users. Down on the bottom, the Making of the Seventh Guest special edition video included. And I've already discussed, I have that on my channel, and there is a link in my description for you to check that out. So now let's show you more of the box. Here is the side of the box. Sticker here, incompatible with European video standards. I don't remember that, but there's a sticker, so it must be true. Here's the other side. Here's the back of the box, and you'll see it's got lots of wear. And like I had mentioned, this is my original copy, and it got a lot of use back in the day, and I've recently been playing it again. Down here on the bottom, the recommended hardware, 486SX, 20 megahertz or faster, 4 megs of RAM, and a fast 16-bit Super VGA video card with 1 meg of memory. You can use it with a 386DX with 2 megs of RAM. Man, that's just crazy to think, you know. Those specs, that's like nothing now. Yeah, it was the 90s, early 90s. So here's the front of the box again. Let's go ahead and pull the slip cover off and show you what's inside. Back on tripod mode. Here is the box with the slip cover off. And all over the box you can see the Virgin logo. So let's see if I can get this off here. Get it up close. See that Virgin? Here is what is inside the box. The game came on CD-ROM, which you'll see in a minute. But on the top in my box here, I've got this floppy disk that is an official Virgin floppy disk with an upgrade or a patch to version 1.24. What's the date on there? May 26th, 1993. So yeah, this is like DLC, but you know, in 93, you know, computers weren't hooked up to servers like they are today. So I have that, which is pretty cool. And I have this other disc here. Another upgrade. I might have made this one myself, I don't remember, but it's in my box. Remember, this is what's in the box. Here is the manuals and stuff in the bag and original packaging. And let me pause this for a moment and we'll get this out of the bag. I've gone ahead and pulled all the paperwork out of the baggie to make it easier to show and try to speed along the video here. One of the things I came across was paperwork that I have not seen in a very long time, and that is the official documentation for version 1.24 update release notes. That came with the floppy disk that I showed you in the last clip. And here's that disk again. You'll notice on the bottom, piracy is theft, confidential internal use only. So basically, don't copy that floppy. Too funny. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab the other paperwork. Here you can see on the left the 7th guest user's manual, and on the right the STOF files. So let's go ahead and grab the manual here and show you that. There is the front of the manual, and I'm going to flip it around so you can see the back. I apologize in advance for any glare or reflection. Try not to get the reflection there, but you'll see 7th guest, interactive drama, or trademarks of Virgin Games, Inc., 1992, Trilobyte, and Virgin Games was in Irvine, California, and Trilobyte, as we know, was in Medford, Oregon, so that's pretty cool, having that documented. STOF files, again, I apologize for the reflection, you know, the back information, and then on the inside, I'll show you a little bit of that. You know, it's basically, you know, backstory to the game and things like that. Newspaper clippings. It's like a scrapbook, if you will. Feelies is what we called them back in the day. So that's that. Another piece of paperwork that I have here. This is hilarious. Scared Shirtless. For $13.95 plus $3.50 shipping and handling, you could get a 7th guest t-shirt. I never did do that. I should have. That would have been kind of cool. I'll have to look around and see if those exist. More paperwork we have here. Help and tips information. Something that I'm noticing on here. Get close here. DOS 3.11 through 4.0 and DOS 5.0. That just shows you how old this game is. So that's just kind of neat to have that documentation. Here is another update, version 1.1T. This was an earlier update, and I don't have the disc for that. And what is this? Note to Tandy Sensation. 3 models of the Tandy Sensation are now available. Interesting. Okay, so there's that paperwork. And then we have, we have this big, huge troubleshooting the 7th guest. And a couple of things are highlighted. I did that back in the day. Here is the back of that. And this is about a 10-page document here. Things how to configure your Sound Blaster 16, your Pro Audio Spectrum 16, your Sound Galaxy Pro. If you had any of these sound cards back in the day or currently, let me know down in the comments. It'd be interesting to find out how many of you are DOS gamers or were DOS gamers back in the day. We're going to grab the box and show you a few more things, and then we're going to wrap up this video. Here we can see what is inside the box, and that is the jewel case with the 2 CDs. I'm going to go ahead and open this up so there is no glare. There is disc 1. We're going to go ahead and flip that over and show you disc 2. You can play this game from CD-ROM, or you can install it on your hard drive, which is what I did back in the day. And present day, I have it running on my Pentium MMX 200, and for my Patreon supporters, I have recorded, it's a little over 2 hours of gameplay footage of me playing the game from beginning to end and solving the mysteries of the Stoff Mansion. Dun, dun, dun. So if you'd like to support me on Patreon, patreon.com/geek with social skills, and you can check out that gameplay footage. At some point, I might make it public, but for now, it's an exclusive to Patreon. And last in the box, we have the Making of the 7th Guest VHS tape. This is digitized and on my channel. Link in the description. You should check it out. It's pretty cool, of the making of the game. Pull it out of the box. Here is the VHS tape. And it still works after all these years, but now it's digitized, so it'll be preserved forever. And one last thing, on my bookshelf, the 7th Guest strategy guide that I bought back in the day. I liked the game so much, I bought a strategy guide, partly too because I got stuck with some of the puzzles. And back then, we didn't have the internet that we have today to be able to look up things. You had to buy these books, these strategy guides, so that's what I did. And I actually used it when I did my gameplay footage recently, so there you go. That is the 7th Guest unboxing. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down twice. Comments down below would be appreciated. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.